Hello and welcome to this channel. In this video, we are going to look at how to find the equation of the tangent and how to find the equation of the normal to the curve at a given point. Alright, the first question says, find the equation of the tangent to the curve at a point -1, 4. Alright, so when you look at the nature of this equation, you can see that it's a cubic function. So let's just draw a simple sketch of what the curve looks like. Since it's a cubic function, it means that it has the curve that looks like this. All right? Y is equal to x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2. So this 2 is the y-intercept, so the point at which the curve is crossing the y-axis. So 2 is there, and then 4 here. We're going to put 4 there. All right, so the point -1, 4 is going to be here because we are going to draw a -1 here, -1, so that we have -1, 4 here. All right, this is a 4. So this is the point -1, 4. Now, remember, they want us to find the equation of the tangent. All right? So we need to draw the tangent passing through this point. All right? So we draw the tangent passing through this point. All right? So this is the tangent. All right? So they want us to find the equation of this line called the tangent. So what is the first step, or what is the first thing that you are supposed to do? Remember, this is part A. So to find the equation of this line we are calling the tangent, first of all, we need to find the gradient mt, meaning gradient of the tangent. All right? We need to find mt, or the gradient of the tangent. Now, how are we going to find the gradient of the tangent? We are going to do that by differentiating or finding the derivative of this original equation. All right, so the equation is y is equal to x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2. All right, so to find mt, we're going to say mt is equal to, so to find the gradient of this equation, we are going to find the derivative. So we're going to say dy dx. All right, so we are differentiating with respect to x. We are differentiating this equation y with respect to x is equal to, so to differentiate, we're going to multiply the power by the variable x. So the power 3 will multiply by the variable x, and then from the power we are going to subtract a 1. All right, then plus, again, the power 2 will multiply by this constant that is in front of x. So we're going to have 2 times 3, then x. Then we're going to subtract a 1 from the power 2. Then the derivative of any constant, you can see 2 is a constant. The derivative of any constant is 0. All right? So we're going to have mt is equal to 3 times x, so this 3 times x, so 3x, then 3 minus 1 is 2, all right? So the whole of this is becoming 3x squared, all right? Then plus 2 times 3 is 6, then the variable x, 2 minus 1 is 1, so you are going to have 6x to the power 1, but we just write it as 6x. Remember that the point we are dealing with is -1, 4. So the x value here is -1. So meaning at x is equal to -1, mt, or the gradient of the tangent, will be 3. Then where there's x here, we're going to replace a -1. All right, so we'll put -1 here and then in brackets. So don't forget to put the brackets to avoid mistakes. Then we are squaring. Plus 6, then where there's x here, we'll put -1, like this. All right, so mt will be 3. Now, look at this. If you have -1 raised to the power 2, This is same as -1 times -1. In other words, -1 is multiplying by itself 2 times. Alright? So negative times negative, you have a positive. Then 1 times 1 is 1. So in other words, in general, if a negative number is in the brackets and it has been raised to the even power, be it power 2, power 4, power 6, and so on, as long as the power is even, it means you are going to have a positive answer. So which means we are going to have 3 times 1, because -1 times -1 is +1, all right? Then 6 times -1 is -6, all right? So we are having the gradient of the tangent being equal to 3 times 1 is 3, then -6, right? So mt, or the gradient of the tangent, is going to be 3 minus 6 is -3. All right, so this is the gradient of the tangent. Now, from there, the second step is to use the equation y is equal to mt, or the gradient of the tangent, x plus c. All right, so we are going to use this equation to find the value of c, or to find the point at which the graph is crossing the y-axis. In other words, the y-intercept. All right, remember, we are still using the point -1, 4. Right, so x here is 1, then y here is 4. So meaning in this equation, where there is y, we are going to put 4. All right, is equal to mt, the gradient of the tangent. We've found that it's -3. So -3 times x is -1 from here, so -1, then plus c. So our aim here is to find the y-intercept. So we have 4 is equal to -3 times -1 is +3, then plus c. To find the value of c, in other words, we want to isolate c, we are going to take away 3 from both sides, all right? So we are going to have 4 minus 3 is 1, is equal to, this becomes a 0, c. So c is equal to 1, right? So we now go back to this equation. The equation is y is equal to mt x plus c. All right, so at this point we are only going to replace the value of the gradient and the value of c to come up with the equation of the tangent. So we are going to have y is equal to the gradient. We found that the gradient is -3, so we are going to say -3 x, then the value of c is 1, so we're going to say plus 1. So this is the equation of the tangent. All right, this is the equation of the tangent.
So if you are with me up to this point, it means you're enjoying what I'm doing. Why can't you subscribe, hit the like button, comment, and share?
So the second question says, find the equation of the normal to the curve. So they want us to find the equation of the normal to this same curve. So what you have to know is that the equation of the normal and the tangent, they meet, or they cross each other at 90 degrees. They cross each other at 90 degrees. So this line is the normal, and the normal and the tangent, they cross each other at 90 degrees. All right, so what is the first step that we are supposed to do in order for us to find the equation of the normal? So the first step is to find the gradient of the normal. So I'll put mn. All right, so since the normal and the tangent cross each other at 90 degrees, you have to know that the product, in other words, mt, in other words, the gradient of the tangent times the gradient of the normal, you should get -1. All right. So to find the gradient of the normal, we are going to replace the gradient of the tangent that we found. So we found -3 times mn, we should get -1. So to get mn, we divide both sides by -3. All right. So we have mn is equal to negative divided by negative will be positive. So the answer is negative. It is 1/3. Yeah. The answer is 1/3. So this is the gradient of the normal. So the second step, we also use the equation y is equal to mn x plus c. All right. So our aim is to find the value of c. In other words, the y intercept, which is the point at which the graph is going to cross the y axis. All right. And remember, we are still at a point 1,4. So here you can see that this is x and this is y. All right, so where there is y here, we're going to replace a 4. So we have 4 is equal to the gradient. The gradient that we found, mn, is 1/3. Then x is -1. Then plus c. All right, so we have 4 is equal to 1 times -1 is -1/3 plus c. To isolate c, in other words, to make c the subject of the formula, we are going to add 1/3 on both sides. We are adding because this is the because this is -1/3. To remove it, we do the opposite. All right. So we have 1 plus 1/3, then plus 1/3. Then here on the left, we are going to have 4 plus 1/3 is equal to, this has become a 0, is equal to c. All right. So 4 plus 1/3, this is same as 4/1, right? So you need to know that you cannot add or subtract fractions unless they have the same denominators. So our job here is to make the 4/1, the denominator 1, to be 3. So we're going to do that by multiplying by the denominator here, which is 3. So 3 times 1. So what we've done here on the denominator, we also do it on the numerator there. All right. So we are having 3 times 4 is 12/3 plus 1/3. All right, is equal to c. So you can see that the denominators are the same. Because the denominators are the same, we can now add the numerators directly. So we'll just write the denominator 3 and add 12 plus 1, which is 13. So c is equal to 13. So we come back to the equation here, all right, the equation here, which is y is equal to mn x plus c. So we are replacing the value of the gradient and the value of c, which we found. All right. So y is equal to the gradient. We found that the gradient is 1/3. All right. mn is 1/3. So 1/3. Then x. Then the value of c is 13/3. So plus 13/3. Why, if I said plus, it's because this is positive. All right. So this is the equation of the normal. Or you can factorize the 1/3. You can see that you have 1/3 here. Even here you have 1/3. So you can say, or y is equal to, we can factorize the 1/3. Then in brackets x plus 13. All right. So this and this are the same. Alright, thank you very much for watching. If you are new to this channel, please consider to subscribe, hit the like button, comment and share. See you in the next video. Goodbye.